We are back and we are live. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Watch Your Mouth Reviews. This is your boy James, where today I'm here to give you my honest review while trying to watch my mouth. It's not going to happen this video, but that's okay. I will live to fight another day. Joining me is my co-host, Mrs. Beth. Y'all say what's up to her.
Hello, like, share, and subscribe. If you're a fan of Chloe or if Chloe is watching the show, I'm sorry, bitch. I'm about to read you from your rooter to your tutor.
Yes, and I do know that she does watch me. So, Chloe, this ain't gonna be pretty for you. Yeah. I'm just saying, y'all. I tried, I really did, but something is wrong with that lady. Something is wrong with her. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. Something is really wrong with that lady. But let's greet our other co-hosts here. AB is here. We appreciate you so much. My girl Keywan J is here. You guys, yes, please subscribe to the channel, like the video. Also subscribe to Keywan J. She also covers the show as well. Her reviews be over the top and funny, and I love every bit of it. That is my friend, y'all. Go ahead and subscribe, please. My girl, Dr. Jim Bunny, is here. This is my ace from the beginning. She has been with me since day one, and I appreciate her for it. Yes, yes, yes. We got a lot of people up in here, y'all. Miss AKA is here. This is also one of my good friends here. Y'all say what's up to her, too. We are here. Um, oh my, I haven't watched yet, but oh Lord. Girl, this was something else. Like, they giving, I feel like they're not getting the flowers and the notoriety and the real big element of reality TV from OWN. And it could be because this isn't one of Carlos's shows and that Love and Marriage Huntsville has just taken the image of OWN. But these ladies are bringing, I feel like they are not done right. They are not done right at all. So let's go ahead and dissect this episode. So we have the opening scene up with Latoria, Dr. Ashley, and Manira. They are, coming up. Mainly, Dr. Ashley hasn't been around for a minute, so she wanted to check on Latoria because the last she seen of Latoria, Latoria had her seizure. And the way that they described it, now that we have a little bit more context, because Dr. Ashley is one of the ladies that was there along with Ro and Manira, they felt like Chloe had completely just collapsed and could have possibly have been, unalive. And I was like, that's very deep to go to that extreme. Like, I was like, wow. So it was actually worse than I thought, because I have friends who are epileptic. I have been in their presence while them having a seizure. It is very scary. It is very scary. But to think that she went that far into it, my heart just goes out. I said, wow, Latoria, I did not know it was that serious. Y'all, please take care of yourselves. Stress, try to, eliminate it as much as possible. I know we live in hard times and hard society, but stress is a silent killer. And we want to make sure that y'all understand that, we got to, definitely take care of ourselves, our minds, our spirits, go to therapy, try to, minimize, things that could aggravate your day. I know it's hard, but we got to take care of ourselves. That goes to everybody, not just, Latoria, but everybody, because a lot of us have been in some hard times. So I totally get it. I know what it's like to lose a parent. I lost my father in 2024. My life has not been the same since. It just hasn't. So I totally can relate to her, totally can get it. I just hope, that she takes the time to take care of herself. Manir talks about, putting together this trip for the ladies. They're going to go to Round Rock to this place called the Frenchies or something like that. It looked very pretty when we do get there. But, they talk about Chloe being kind of, she's invited, but they don't know how they feel about Chloe because Chloe is getting into it with everybody. She is coming at everybody from left to right. She's into it with Labrina, she's into it with Latoria, she's into it with Ro. She's just into it. And Latoria said that they had a session with the therapist. It didn't go well because her and Ro are now at odds. So we don't know how this trip is going to go. And I said, oh no, y'all know how this trip is going to go. Y'all just hope it turns out differently. We all have that hope, but we know it's not. So, Mrs. Best, how did you feel about the opening scene with them checking on Latoria and giving more context to what had happened?
I know y'all not gonna like what I'm about to say, but if this woman has, because this is obviously more than grief, if your health problems are this bad and you have success away from this show, I think Latoria needs to leave the show.
Mm.
If being in high stress situations can cause you to convulse, seize, or have medical issues, it's not worth it. Not all money is good money. It's not. There's a reason they say money is the root of all evil. So I don't want this lady to be on here next season going through the same stuff. If every time you get stressed out, because earlier I'm gonna give her a pass and a public apology because I did not respect how she was complaining about her friend being called precious. And then when she had the opportunity to confront Labrina, she ran up out of there. I thought Latoria was scary. Maybe she is not scary. Maybe she has genuine health concerns where confrontation stress, like maybe that triggers it. But if that's the case, leave the show because you're on a show that's going to cause stress and you have to get into it with people. That's all I really have to say there. As for the trip, we know how the trip's gonna go, but I know they got to plan it anyway for the show, so I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me read your comments and we can go to the next scene. Oh no, y'all got to watch. Come on, y'all know I do this every Sunday. I need y'all. These ladies don't get enough credit. They don't. And I was saying it in my last video because Ro was in my live last week. I was saying that I feel like they are being done wrong. They're being done wrong. And it was the same show, the Family Empire Houston. I am so mad that show did not come back because
Because
I
they
was
want to push
so invested.
Carlos King shows, and shows like this, I think, get put on the back burner. But maybe if we keep watching, they'll see that the views are there and they'll do more.
Yeah, because the fact that they're not getting a reunion is bullshit to me. I feel like that's definitely what's needed, especially at the crazy as this season was. We definitely needed a reunion. And another thing is, I feel like they need, if endorsements are another issue, they need bigger endorsements because they have a killer show. They do. They have a great concept. Everybody is given, with the exception of Elena, because she's, our remote worker like Rula is on Real Housewives of Rhode Island. So I feel like, to me, they need more. They just need more. She fell backwards. That is scary, y'all. That is highly scary. But yes, my daughter has epilepsy real bad. Oh, I'm so sorry, my love. I know that that's a hard thing to deal with. Like, I have one of my closest friends. We kind of drifted apart a little bit, but I do check on him every now and then. He had a seizure while driving and like literally ended up in the hospital for weeks. Luckily he walked away like with very minimal damage, but I just remember, visiting him and just thinking, dang man, like that's so scary. It's so scary. So my heart goes out to you. We hope everything, goes well for your daughter, but that's, my heart goes out to you. It does. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy that they've been, ugh, man. Something is off with Miss Mamas. Yeah, but Chloe, absolutely. Best show on, in my opinion. I agree. I think it's one of the better shows we have on. Definitely, you know, storylines. These girls are,
All the ladies match with
successful.
success,
Yes.
and it helps. And then they also all knew of each other before filming, which helps.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. And it's to think that they're not getting what Love and Marriage Huntsville is getting is just insane to me. I'll never understand that. Now, don't get me wrong. Love and Marriage Huntsville was a stellar show in the beginning, but when certain
That show
cast
was
members
never
left the
that
show,
great. It's called COVID, is when that thing came out, and they got away with more than they would. If Love and Marriage Huntsville would have came out as a new show today, I don't see it for them.
as I said, when certain cast members left the show, that show went to hell in the handbasket. It did. I'm
Lived
not gonna
in
say.
hell. It was born in hell.
Elena needs to go. You listen. I've been trying to go up for Elena because I do like her. I really do. But man,
Liking someone's not enough. They have to participate. Because I
yes,
feel the same way about Rula on Rhode Island. Like, why do we need her back for season 2?
right, absolutely. Well, we need somebody to go at Joel, and not that Liz, copped out. But hey, AB is no joke. My daughter has missed 56 days in her 10th grade year from epilepsy. Oh, that is so. I'm so sorry, Miss AKA. Give her a hug from WatchYoMouthReviews and Mrs. Bessie 3TV. We love you. We love all of the kids. We love everybody and everybody's family. We hope the best for her, but give her a hug for us. Chloe's off her meds, no shade.
That's clear.
The next scene proved that. The scene I'm about to talk about proved that point. Because that something is wrong with that lady.
She got
I'm sorry.
crazy in her eyes.
Mm-hmm. It's so scary. She lost a job because she had a seizure. Oh.
Wait, how do you lose a job because of something you can't control? That's terrible.
I hope she got a lawyer and sued that company.
That's insane.
Yeah, I hope she got a lawyer and sued that company because she has a very big case. That's something that any doctor I know would sign off immediately on that condition and give her even a statement to the courts.
Especially if she just now got diagnosed.
Yes.
Even with the diagnosis, no one just knows when they're going to have a seizure.
Right. That could happen to anybody at any point in time. That just made me mad. Like, no, I hope she got a lawyer and sued the fuck out of that company because I would. Like, I would have sued that company. Oh my god.
They didn't call EMS. What the fuck is going on?
Right. Now, this was supposed to be the hard hustle. I work in healthcare,
y'all, so this make my... and I work with people who have epilepsy, kids specifically in schools. Like, there should be a whole IEP 504 program. It's called different things in different states, but that's crazy. Why would you not call EMS? Do I need to come to Detroit?
Right. Okay, Miss AK, we got to reach out to you because we need and AB. We're gonna reach out to you too because excuse me, y'all let these companies get AB, but let this go as if you said she sued them because she needs to. But let me get back to show y'all. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that kind of, that hurts my heart. Like, it really does. That's crazy. But Latoria meets up with Chloe. And, Chloe was shocked to see her because, they have not been speaking. And Latoria said, oh, I had you blocked. I'm sorry. I'll remove that. No, Latoria, keep her on block. DM is just fine. She got to earn that from you. But, they start talking about, the session and what happened. And Chloe really she's there, but she's not present. It was like, oh, okay, we definitely see a difference in your behavior. But Latoria wants to try with Chloe. She wants to, resurface their friendship because she does love her. She does care about her. And, they talk about, going on the trip. She asked if she's going and she said, yes, I'm definitely going to go, even though some of the ladies, don't see it for me, I'm still going to attend. And I'm like, see, Chloe's already self-sabotaging before she even gets to the trip. And she is... It's hard for me to talk about this because I feel like for me, it's probably not obvious to her because she's in the moment. But us looking back at this, I'm kind of like, girl, you did this to yourself. Like, do you not know? You started with this lady by telling her she couldn't cry in front of you. Stop all that crying. You did all this. So now you're putting this back on Latoria? Wow. Okay. Chloe is weird. She's one of them strange people. But Chloe said that she's not going to say anything. She's not going to say anything else. She's going to keep it quiet. She's going to keep it cute. And I'm just looking at her like, oh, gosh. I couldn't take any more of that scene, y'all, because I'm just like, I see what you're doing, Chloe. You're trying to make yourself a victim. You're not a victim. You're not a victim. This lady didn't do anything to you. This lady didn't say you started with this lady. And then at the offense of her, you then laugh at her when she confronts you about it, thinking that it's funny. It's not. Oh my God, I can't. Like, y'all, Latoria better than me. I have to give it to Latoria. So they do agree to, mend their friendship. They're going to take it very slow, but I couldn't do it. Mrs. Best, how did you feel about that dinner scene with Latoria and Chloe?
The way I would have squared up on that bitch, you're not going to hear that I had seizures and health problems and am crying because my father passed away. And you tell me to stop all that effing tears. And then when I talk to you about it, you want to make everything about yourself. Let me explain something to y'all. Medication or not, this is not acceptable behavior. Because Chloe ain't got, like, she doesn't have a deep like psychiatric issue unless she's not telling us. This bitch told us she got adult ADD or ADHD, okay? Has nothing to do with this. Yes, the people could be a little bit more annoying, but not to this extent. Not to this extent. Okay, ADD meds ain't gonna change you to this extent. I just feel like this lady is self-centered and fake. There's a lot of people who feel like they have friends in their life that they are close to, or feel like they thought that they knew someone because of just the length of time that they've known them. But Chloe, from what I've seen, even before all of this went to hell, I said it last season, everything has to be about her, and she's always happy to talk about other people. That to me is a red flag. And now that she has to be held accountable, she's crashing out and constantly in tears and thinks that anybody cares that she's off of a medication because you're trying to have a baby by a boy that you could have birthed. Bitch, bye. I can't. I just cannot
Yes.
with Chloe. And regardless of medication, medication has nothing to do with your ability to have empathy for others. And she has zero empathy for Latoria, which is crazy because I don't even know Latoria, and y'all know Latoria was my least favorite on this show, but I genuinely feel for her when it comes to her father and her health. Like, whether you like someone or not, if you see them going through some real shit, usually you feel something unless you just an asshole. So clearly Chloe's just an asshole because I don't even know Latoria and I want to fight for her.
Right.
Like, tap me in, Miss Latoria. Tap me in. I'll bop her over the head with a lemon drop.
I'm just saying.
Can't.
What you say, Jewel? Thank you for being here as well. Chloe's on and off meds intake not only impact her condition, but her trigger, sarcasm, disrespect, and dismissive responses. Latoria needs to distance herself from Chloe and feed with the long cane. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to think Chloe takes meds.
She does.
She does take meds. She's not taking them right now, which is probably impacting her psyche. So yeah, she wants to have a baby. Listen, friend, let Mrs. Best just said it, so I'm gonna reiterate it again. She's trying to have a baby with this man who's only 4 years older than her son. That when this man was born, this lady was almost 18 years old. So she could have birthed him her damn self, as Mrs. Best said. So she's trying to make this fetch happen because I don't know why she thinks after she just told us in this episode one. This is how you know she crazy. She just told us episode one, this man had another woman at his house. And then in the same episode, she after dinner with him and said, "Oh, everything is good and copacetic."
Honestly, she acts the way she acts toward Latoria and her friends towards Jordan. I understand why the Negro cheated on her.
Me too.
Cancel me. I don't care. I ain't got shit no way. But that's just. Can you blame? Can you blame
them? Because one thing about men, and I can say this, men love crazy ass women. Men love, for some reason, men love crazy ass women. That's why Kiki Wyatt get married every other few fucking years, because men love crazy ass women. They do. That shit is a thrill for. I don't understand that. I never understood it, but they love crazy ass women. So I think this man loves this lady's psyche. I just think that at times it's too much to deal with. You need to decompress, and I think that's what he does. And instead of doing it the correct way, which is keeping himself single and just having a casual date, he chose to commit himself, but then scurries to the left. I do believe that he cheated, but I just think that there's other shit with her that just ain't up there right. She got touches of psychopathic energy and tendencies. Yeah, she does. Absolutely. I agree. I didn't like
psychopaths lack empathy.
They sure do. Chloe does take these same inappropriate approaches with Jordan, though. Jordan will return the 10K ring and move on. No, Jordan's going to get married to her. They're going to get married.
I do think that she is more male adjacent, though, in terms of who she sides with. And I think that she's used to being, she definitely displays someone who's had pretty privilege in her life. I feel like she's used to being the prettiest girl in the room. And when there are other pretty girls in the room, she might get a little messy. Because I noticed that last season when she claimed to still be on her meds. So with or without meds, this lady is a mess. Hot mess express.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Keywan, please.
Kiki Wyatt sent me. Nah, I love Kiki Wyatt. I love her to death. I really do. Big fan. But watching her on TV, I'm sorry, y'all. That lady is crazy.
Something wrong with her.
Something is definitely wrong with that lady. But let me tell y'all, she ain't never had no problem, even with 11 kids. That lady always got a man. Always got a man. So when I think of the theory that men love crazy ass women like Kiki Wyatt, I believe they do. I
But
believe there's some.
don't believe the hype. Just because you always got a man, don't make it a flex because none of them stay. She swap them out every 3 to 5 years.
She do, but she get him. I think that's the point.
Nothing, not a flex. Not a flex whatsoever.
Yes. Pretty girl. Who we talk about?
Chloe, because I referred to her, you just flipping through comments without really reading them. She always talks about how she knows she's good. She knows she's pretty. She just gives somebody who in her head feels that way about herself.
Keep it, man. Kiki. Oh, I got you. I got you. Okay. Sorry about that, friend. So now we get to the Frenchie's I guess resort is what I'm gonna say. Cute. As I said, that place was really cute. All the ladies show up with the exception of our girl Elena. Is anybody surprised that Elena's not here? Don't all speak at once. No, we're not surprised Elena is not here. But all the ladies get here and they're eating and everything. And once again, Chloe is bringing, the mood down. So Manira is talking about them, about the place and, all the plans. And she is, letting them know. She let them know, through text message, some of the things they're going to do. Chloe said, oh, the group chat, the one I'm not in. And Manira said, no, you're definitely in this. Like, you're definitely in it. I did not exclude you out of. She goes, oh, I didn't know because, y'all don't be including me in all every other thing. So I just assumed I wasn't in it. But okay, I'll look over it again. I just looked at Chloe and like, okay, so you really just trying to take the shine out the goddamn day at this point. Because what the hell? Girl. So Manira, kind of rallies it in. She doesn't, get to her breaking point of that. So she shows the ladies the room. And as they're going into the room and everything, Chloe was all like, oh, I didn't know what I was going to walk into because, you planned this, Manira. So I didn't know what you was about to plan. Once again, insulting Manira. And Manira doesn't say anything. Like, she goes, no, what you trying to say? Like, my events always be top tier. What are you trying to say? She goes, I don't know. You planned this. I just didn't know, I didn't know what kind of energy was coming on. Just kind of just shooting Manira down. Now, as I said, Manira gets her at some point, but Manira, it's kind of like our girl Shami over there on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I would have cussed Chloe's ass out the first insult because you're not finna talk to me and try to, discredit me, acting like I'm just some old something that, is not of a statuesque person. Like, I've never presented myself to be anything different. Chloe would have got red for Phil. So Mrs. Best, I have to ask you before we get into Manira confronting Chloe. What would you have done if Chloe told you, oh, I know what kind of event you be doing or what you was coming with? What would you have done at that moment? Would you have waited to confront her later or would you have done it right then and there?
I don't know why anybody waits. Confront people head on when they fuck up. I want you to know right in the moment that you have fucked around and played with the church's money. I want you to know. Okay? I'm not going to wait for everybody to get out of church before I say, oh, the collection plate is low. No, it look low right now, bitch. I don't understand why people will want to wait. Chloe, I don't know. I said it last time. I know this might be mean. I know some of the cast watch this and they may consider Chloe a friend. I'm sorry if I offend y'all, but my opinion is my opinion. She ain't had her ass whooped right. She ain't been read for filth yet. It's given she a little spoiled.
It does, because I'm just like, how are you just gonna come up into this lady's
causes people to be difficult. It does, but not this. She is intentionally saying stuff in a funny way. She knows what she's doing.
Right, absolutely. I don't think Chloe is remotely pretty, contrary to what she thinks.
That's the thing, Super. In her mind, the bitch is Halle Berry in her prime.
Right.
Okay, but the rest of us is looking like one of your eyes is wandering. You got duck lips, and your wig. As what did Keywan say about her wig?
Witness protection wig.
The witness protection wig. Okay,
Because it do look like two different people. I ain't gonna lie. So I would have never thought that was her. My girl
As I
Lena.
said, never trust a woman her age dating somebody she could have birthed. Never reflect. Something
Damn.
wrong with you.
So she said, my girl Lena, she's just doing the best she can with what she got. I love Elena, don't get me wrong. She was definitely my favorite last season, but I need baby to show up to work. We see
All she
her
got to do is show up.
That's all she got to do. All she got to do is show up. So let me read through these comments real quick so I can get done. And Chloe coming on social media throwing shade at Rose, saying that she told her she was going to go blonde before and it was stolen from her.
How do you steal a hair color from somebody? How the fuck do you steal a hair color from somebody? You act like you own the color blonde. You act like you own the color blonde. When it's quiet as it's kept, blonde hair has been worn on Black women for decades, okay? It's one of the signature looks on Black women. We love a blonde hair, okay? Braids and all. That's all you got, Chloe. That's all she could say on social media. Address why you ignored your friend having a seizure and crying over her father who passed away. Address that. But instead, you want to talk about Rose's hair?
Like Dr. Jim Bunny said, what a clown. Chloe's back pockets would have met the floor. I'm trying to tell y'all. What you say, Dr. Jim and Chloe? Don't make us call death misspelled on purpose. Death for from
the line yesterday.
She's stuck in the rest of development. Chloe, mama, what does that mean? I don't know. I don't know what that meant. Chloe is not cute. She just light skin. Damn.
Thank you.
Exactly. Check up in real time as she definitely dismiss and blow it off afterwards. I'm trying to tell y'all missing y'all moments with Chloe. That's somebody y'all can't wait to let the shit fester. Y'all have to confront her then and there.
To be fair, I will say the only person on the cast member, I'm not saying it because she be on your channel, but Ro has confronted every issue she's had with Chloe as it's happened.
Yep.
So I will give her that. But as for Manera, Latoria, and Labrina, now Latoria I can understand because she got to avoid stress for her health, but like Labrina and Manera, what's y'all excuse for running? Confront her and read her for filth in the moment. Especially you, Labrina, you already done been messy. You may as well keep it going.
Okay, for real. I'm just saying, yeah, that's a good point. Great point. We all see the Karen in her. Absolutely. I'm finna call it out in just a second here. Dr. Jen, white woman, I think oh, okay, I gotcha. Yes. So the ladies go back into the main quarters, and it was Rhaenyra, Chloe, and Ro. Now, Manir takes his time to confront Chloe about the comments that she's been making about how, she's surprised that this is top tier and how she's not being included in everything. Manir is not having that because it's disrespectful, and it is. It's very disrespectful. Chloe said, "Oh, girl, it was a joke. Just get over it. It wasn't even all that serious. I didn't mean it like that. I was just, talking. Everybody else do it. Why can't I do it?" I said, "Wow."
If I would have said right back, okay, well, somebody make a joke about your uterus being ready for retirement, but you trying to force it to go back to work. Says you want to come for people.
Right. Like, that's crazy as hell. First of all, it's crazy as hell to say. And it was like, if Ro was getting tired, Ro was like, look, you can't even just hear her out and just say, okay, I messed up. I'm sorry. It was not something I meant to say or something I should have said. Just apologize and be done with this. She goes, y'all know my personality. Y'all know I like to joke. Y'all need to be able to take a joke. If you can't take a joke, then don't be my fucking friend. Like, why is that so hard? I said, how the fuck we get here? Rose said, fine, I don't want to be your friend. Like, bye, deuces. Like, she goes, and then so they kind of get each other's personal space. She goes, don't be coming in my face. She goes, and what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I'm in your face. What you gonna do? And I was like, well, okay, bro, you better get it. I know that's right. You better stand up to her because that's what she needs. When women do shit like this and be trying to act all tough and be trying to tell you you're wrong when really they in the wrong, you need to get in that face and try to chest them up. But Chloe, you see, she didn't chest up to Ro. She backed back. She backed down. So Ro walked out of the room. Ro was pissed. Ro walked out of the room, and Manir is trying to get her to understand. And Chloe's like, "No, I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna go home because y'all ain't gonna do this to me. Y'all not gonna make me feel like I'm just the bad guy. And I'm just the bad friend and everything." And Manir's like, "No one is trying to get that." She said, "Yes, you are. This is what you did, bitch." And I said, "Oh." And Manir's like, "Oh, now I'm a bitch." Now see, Manir, I get you about peace, you about your life, you about this calmness about you. I get you that you may not be bad about it like that, but the way that wig would have fell off her head, if for the girls that I know,
At least shifted the way Sheree got
Sheree did it right.
Okay, that's it.
Like,
just tug on it.
Just tug on it. Just just snatch it and just run around the compound with it. Just snatch off hair, just run it like I got your hair like Vivica did in Why Do Fools Fall in Love. Just do something. I just needed something to happen. But she go when Chloe said that she walks out the room, she goes, "She's not gonna be calling me no bitch, this, all this, and that." I'm like, Manir, just let it go. So everybody's hearing the screaming and they're walking in the room, and Manir's like, "Yeah, she called me a bitch. She called me a bitch and everything." And people are saying she's the problem because it's always about her. Nobody else can do no wrong. Like in front of her, she can't take it. And I agree. I feel like to me, y'all giving her a lot of grace and trying to be her friend when really she's telling y'all she wants out without actually saying she wants out. So when Latoria hears Banira's side of the story, because remember, Latoria's the only one that's trying to get Chloe to rally around the girls. Everyone's like, "No, we can't do it. She's being disrespectful. She's really like trying to cause disarray. This was supposed to be a nice trip. This is supposed to be for us, and she's making it hard." So Latoria said that she would talk to Chloe and make sure that, they at least try to get better on a better foot before dinner. So Chloe's in her room. She calls Jordan. And when she calls George, she says, "These girls just don't like me, and they always want to make me out to be the bad guy, and I just don't want to be here no more." And George's like, "Well, do you want me to come and get you?" She said, "Yeah, come and get me. Just come and get me." So Latoria, in the midst of that conversation, walks in the room, and she said, "I didn't do nothing to any of these people. Why they hate me so much, Latoria? Why they do that?" And Latoria said that, "Well, here, I'm going to explain to you what may be the problem. I think it's your spirit and that you agitate people just by your bitch." She goes, "I didn't do nothing." She goes, "Well, you didn't let me finish, Chloe. That's the problem. You don't let me finish. You always want to center it around you." She said, "I ain't do nothing to none of them. I ain't do, but everyone's trying to make me out to be the bad guy. And I just want to leave. I want to go. I don't even want to be here no more." I'm just like, oh my God. So let me make sure I understand this, Chloe. You started all this shit, and when people hold you accountable, then everybody else is wrong and everybody else is doing it to you. Very provocative victim of you. Because you can't provoke people, get them upset with your little sly comments talking about you joking. And when people get offended because they don't know whether or not to make heads or tails with you because they have not had that kind of relationship with you, now you want to be like, "Oh, well, I'm just joking and this nothing." And now you want to be the victim in all this? So what happens when you're telling and insulting Manira about the place and you didn't think it was going to be up to par to your standards? What happened with that? So she's supposed to take that as a joke? Like, what happened when you said that, oh, you weren't included in a text thread? You thought they were singling you out on purpose. That was supposed to be a joke? Because intentionally you did that to make Manira feel bad. First, it was you're saying they intentionally leaving you out of group messages so you don't know what's going on with everybody on the day to day. That was the first dig at Manira. And then the second dig was you didn't know where she was coming from. You didn't know if this place was going to be on par or not. Really, I think you thought that shade was for Labrina because I think you thought Labrina was helping her with this trip when really it was Latoria. And I think you were trying to slide her because you slided and shaded Labrina when she had her whole vision party, thing. You shaded that too. I just think you just don't know what you're doing. I think you know what you're doing, but I think you don't want to be held accountable for it. I think you get away with a lot of shit. And this is probably evidence of that you're used to getting out of it or getting away with shit that is hurtful to people. And that's fucked up if you really are that kind of person. Just saying. So Latoria can't reason with her, but she tells Chloe she doesn't want she doesn't want Chloe to leave. She wants her to come to dinner with the ladies and still try to make the best of this trip. Latoria, you doing God's work, because I would have said, okay, you want me to help you pack? What time Jordan coming? Is he coming right now? He'll be here in an hour or two. When he coming? You want me to help you fold up your clothes and stuff? Because I would have did that. I'm sorry. Mrs. Best, how would you have handled Chloe if you were Latoria? I'm just curious. After hearing all that crying, would you have told stop
James,
all that crying?
you ain't shit. He go ask Mrs. Best, how would you have handled Chloe if you were Latoria? Then he leaked out of the camera. He ain't shit.
Because I'm waiting for her to say, because I know what she's about to say.
Nah, you ain't nothing but a slice of cheese without the corners, nigga. You ain't shit, James. And I'm gonna get you. I've known him a very long time, so I talked to him that way, and he has me fucked up right now. I'm trying. Give me a second so I can come up with a diplomatic answer.
No, I don't want to debate. I want the real answer. Because I know what she's about to say, y'all. That's why I'm doing it. She ain't know.
Listen,
I'm gonna get her. Yeah, go ahead.
in the words of Lil Wayne, I don't bust back because I shoot first, but I'm gonna shoot you with my hands. I would have knocked her right in between her eyebrows, honestly. I can't deal with people like that. That's why I try to keep to myself. I'm introverted, but I'm not introverted, because if people irritate me enough, I'm gonna get annoyed and just be like, what did Jackie Christie said? We can just fight. Let's just fight. That's exactly what we doing. Jackie Christie, let's just fight. Let's just fight.
So if y'all remember correctly, me and Mrs. Best was telling y'all about a mutual former friend of ours when they came to visit me. There was a moment where the mutual friend,
me, James. She said it's unfair of me to even try. So I
but there was a time where she cried and threw a tantrum in a fit because her phone got cut off. You know, Metro PCS, if you don't pay on the date, they'll cut your shit off, right?
They cut it off an hour before midnight.
Yep. So her phone got cut off because whoever was supposed to pay it didn't pay it. This girl throws all of her shit around as she's trying to get in the car because they had to get to the airport. And Mrs. Best said, oh no, see, this is what I be talking about, James. Oh no, like, it was so calm. Because the fact that that lady was in my car throwing her shit all over the place, and I'm just like, I don't know how to help. Because I wasn't paying the phone bill, so I don't know how to help her. But it just reminded me of that moment because we were talking about it last week. But Mrs. Best calmly said, oh no, I mean, see, this is what I be talking about. I can't deal with this. Just as calm as ever. And that's how I know she's grown as a person. Because this was 2009 and 2010. And yeah, she would have. They would have fought. This, I was just so proud of my friend in that moment. That's why I did that, because I know in certain circumstances, Mrs. Best would be calm, cool, collective, and be like, okay, well, then you can just go. You have a nice day. And we would have walked out the room. But oh, Mrs. Best, Chloe would have stood a chance in that room crying and being the victim and all that. It wouldn't have happened.
Me today, my degree is in mental health and I work in that field. I would look at her and probably seek out a clinician to put her on a psychiatric hold. If you being off your meds is such a problem and cause you to crash out, then that means you're a danger to yourself and others and you need to be locked up. But I don't think that Chloe's mental health issues are the problem. I think she just used to getting away with this type of stuff. And people who are used to getting away with that type of stuff, you either don't deal with them or you drag them. In the words of Candy, I'm gonna drag this. That's all you could do. Chloe is not worth the argument to me, because at her big age, I think it would be very difficult for her to change her ways for her friends or anybody. Hell, she's not even willing to acknowledge the struggles from her son or her daughters about her dating, who she's dating, and her decision to potentially get married. So I don't expect her, if she can't even consider her own fucking kids, to consider these women. And that sounds harsh, but that's really what it is with Chloe.
Yes, I agree. So Jordan shows up in his Hyundai Santa Fe, and he gets there, and Latoria walks outside and meets with him. And as I said, y'all, their report is strange to me. I don't know why I have some type of feeling about that, because it should be normal, right? But their report is strange. So she said, Jordan, I just want to let you know, I get Chloe called you to come out here and everything, but I really don't want her to go. Like, I'm really trying. You know, I talked to you about this, about my seizure and how she responded to it. You know, I didn't like it. She's into it with the other ladies. She's, really just not being the Chloe that I once knew. And I probably misjudged the friendship because I really thought she was different. This is really just taking me for a loop. But I feel like I could mend this. I feel like we could fix this. I don't want her to leave. And he told her, he goes, I get what you're saying. And I even told, Chloe, that how she treated you and what she did was fucked up, because it was. Like, I don't agree with how she treated you. I don't agree with what she's doing now. But, what else can I do? And I'm looking at the both of them like, okay, there's a lot wrong with this conversation. The problem is that how much more disrespect of your character being can you take for y'all to say, okay, look, I got to go. I cannot be with you no more. I cannot be your friend no more. I cannot be in your space. I cannot do anything. That is the solution. But Latoria is constantly trying to make fetch happen with Chloe, but Chloe is doing this to herself. Chloe is not misunderstood. Chloe is not, in place. Chloe knows exactly what the fuck she's doing. And the problem is what we just said. She's used to getting away with inappropriate behavior. I don't know if it was her parents. I don't know if it was her husband. I don't know who gave Chloe this entitlement. But the problem is that y'all think correcting it is trying to save her when really y'all are doing her I think, a even harsher disservice to her than just saying, okay, well, we need to take 5 steps back from you. I can't deal with you right now. Because that's exactly how this dinner turns out. And you get pushed to an even deeper point. But that conversation, I felt like if y'all in this much agreement to how Chloe acts and y'all want her to change, y'all have to start doing harsher treatment to her. Y'all need to start distancing yourself from her, because then she'll understand when nobody's in her corner. She'll understand it then. That maybe I need to check myself before I wreck myself. But if she's not doing that, then trying to mend things with her is just not going to work. So I would have let her go. I would have just said, okay, Jordan's here. Do you want me to help you put your stuff in the car? Because you got to go. I would have left. I would have told her to go. Like, it's crazy. Mrs. Best, how did you feel about Jordan's conversation with Latoria?
I still think their relationship is weird. Don't nobody need to be that close to my man, but that's just me. But I kind of agree with you. Let her go. If you see that she is causing discourse with everybody, then remove the cancer. Let her go. Yeah. She's not happy. She's not willing to admit any fault. She feels like she's being picked on. If she wants to be a victim, let her be a victim. Let her go cry at home to her child boy.
I mean, it's crazy. Yep. I like her, but she was doing too much with moving Chloe's chair. I didn't like that. I don't like people invading people's spaces either. I don't like it as much, but the problem is that when you're pushed to all degrees, like we think of Kenya Moore and Kim Fields, that was an unprovoked situation for Kenya to get up and do that. I feel like with Chloe, it's a little bit different. So it was still wrong, but I understood wrong. I did. I understood her completely, just because I have friends. When a lady has done completely less than what Chloe has done, that did a whole lot more. So, yeah. Y'all crazy. I'm definitely here, Dr. G. Y'all are funny. I can't with y'all. Sheree shifted Kim's. She did just a little shift. She said it was crooked, so she just shifted. I wanted Manira to do a lot further. I wanted her to snatch it, just run around the whole place with it. Let her expose the secret what's underneath of it. I'm just saying. Because she ain't like she wore it to dinner that same night. So, I mean, it's, the wig shift was eloquent. That would have been too funny. The charade. She could have. Like, I'm telling you. I don't want her to do physical. I just want her just to get the joy and get back. And the get back would have been perfect if she just would have just snatched that wig off of her and just ran around with it. Or put it off her own head. That wig she wears is terrible. It is. The Party City wig, the 99-cent beauty supply store wig. It's just stiff. And it's too big for her head. Like ladies, when y'all got little petite little heads like that, y'all buy these big ass cousin it wigs is not the move. I know I'm a man and I know that's crazy for me to say. I totally get it 100%. But y'all gotta stop buying these cousin it wigs and just plopping them on your head and just hoping that it makes a statement. Get a wig that fits your head shape. I've said this before on my lives plenty of times, but I'm gonna say it again. If y'all gonna wear wigs, like y'all want to wear wigs, ain't nothing wrong with it. Everybody do it now, but get a wig that fits your head shape. I'm just saying the short hair is cute on her. I think she should just wear a short hair. I get wanting to change it up, then maybe get you some braids, or maybe get you some faux locks like Auntie Faux Lock over there on Love After Lockup. Get you something else. Go ahead, Mrs. Best, because I know you're finna get me. Oh, I thought you was coming out here to get me together. Oh, okay. Even Jordan said Chloe do too much. Her man, he did say that. Yeah, Mrs. Best, he did say that. He said no. I told her she did too much. I told her that shit wasn't cool. Like that's what he said. He told her the shit wasn't cool about Latoria and telling her not to cry and everything. That's crazy as hell. Like, yeah. Nobody could tell Chloe anything, even when Jordan told her excessive calls with his mom needed to stop. She kept pushing it, so he walked off. That's why I wasn't mad about his walk off. That's why I wasn't mad at that, because I said I kind of felt why he did what he did, because Chloe will push you to that limit. And I would rather him walk off than to do something else. So it was childish. It was childish. I do agree. But it was the best solution for that dinner. Because if I'm telling you not to do something and then you do it, and then now not understanding how Chloe moves and how she is, yeah, that was the perfect response. He needed to walk away. Like, he definitely needed to do so. Nope, none whatsoever.
I think she is aware of what she's doing. I just think she's self-centered enough to not care.
Which is really
obnoxious. And I think her tears are not. I do think she wants to be a victim, but I think her tears are the fact that she can't get away with what she's trying to do. I think that's all it is.
Child, I've had plenty of friends like Chloe. I have. Over the years, I've had plenty of friends like this. Some I still keep in contact with. I just don't have them as close to me as they used to be. And then some of them, time faded us away, which is the best thing time could have ever done. Mm-hmm. Just saying. Yeah. Her girls have more sense than her. Yeah, that's typically how it works out. Like, when y'all think of these circumstances and situations, usually kids have great discernment of character of their parents. Usually they like to fall far from the tree. Like, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Giselle's daughters. Totally night and day. They be getting their mama together. Every time you turn around, they be like, especially when she got into it with Karen, I'll never forget when they was baking them cookies. They said, well, were you mean to Karen? And Giselle said, no, I wasn't mean. And the way they looked at her was like, cut it out. You know you was mean to that lady. Chloe's daughters are going to do the exact same thing when they get up that age. So think of Giselle's daughters. Those are going to be Chloe's daughters when they get of age. They're going to be telling Chloe all kind of shit because they know what their mama is. They know. Why did Latoya run out and meet Jordan and step in? Let Chloe go home. Jewel, Mrs. Best has said it. I have said it. Their rapport is weird. It is very strange. Now, I'm not saying that men and women can't be friends and it be completely platonic. Absolutely, it can be 100%. But this is her friend's man. And they are way too comfortable with meeting up behind her back, regardless if it's in her favor or not. It's still inappropriate. They have conversations on the phone. She has called him. She has admitted this on camera. She went out to meet with him to say, hey, don't leave overstepping a bound. If Chloe wants to leave, let her leave. But the fact that you're overstepping, yeah, their relationship and their rapport is weird. I'm sorry, it just is. I've never seen that before. Because if we were in a different kind of topic of conversation or a different subject, one would believe that they were fucking. And I don't believe that they are. I'm not trying to put that out there like that. But if we were like putting, a different subject or a different topic on hand, one would think they were fucking.
I wouldn't say that about this situation at all. I think the part for me that's weird is I don't think Latoria is Chloe's closest friend that would be involved with picking an engagement ring and stuff. That's the part for me that is a disconnect.
The only way I would understand that better is if Latoria knew him first. Because I see what I totally get what you're
If you're
saying.
close to someone, like if I were to get proposed to today, like people would call Latasha, Melita, Megan, and then James, like, and include y'all in looking at the rings. So I do think like a person's close friend, kind of like Angel going with Greg, and Kiana's mom to look at rings. I do feel like there's some people close enough to you for that, but I just don't think that Latoria is the only person in Chloe's life that he can connect with to come choose a ring. That's the part for me that's odd, but honestly, the way Chloe acts, I just want to see if she can keep the ring.
Oh, she definitely gonna, as I said, that's definitely gonna happen. That marriage is gonna happen, y'all. I already know. But the problem is once again, as I said, and that's why I said if it was a different subject and a different title, one would think that. I'm saying that we're not on that topic because I don't believe that. I don't, I'm just saying, but that's what people speculate when y'all be doing that. But to me, I agree with you. I don't think she's as close to Chloe to make that kind of life changing decision. And with the thing about Angel and Greg, that was for TV, but he had her mama there. It would have been better if he had maybe his mom there with Latoria. Maybe I would feel better about that. And then other conversations that I feel like they talk about, I'm just kind of like, I don't know, that's just strange. Because I would never have a conversation with Mr. Best about you. It just wouldn't happen. Like, even if I was concerned, I know immediately to bring it to you. Because me and you have a longer history than probably Chloe and Latoria have. But I just would never, there's never a conversation that I would have with your husband that about you. It just wouldn't happen that way. We just wouldn't do it. No matter if we were alone with you, it just wouldn't happen. Just because I don't feel comfortable, I don't see it like that. He couldn't call me to say pick out a ring. I'd be like, you know what she like? You know better than me. Like if you want to
That's a
get you
bit
one.
unusual and extra. But again, if y'all secure in your relationship, your friend meeting and having a conversation shouldn't be a problem with the man. The only time to me it would be a problem is if this is not like the closest friend. But I do agree that she should not have ran out there. Let that man pick her up. Let that lady go home, and y'all enjoy what's left of your trip.
So they all go into the room with Chloe, and Latoria convinces Chloe to stay and get ready for dinner and everything. So the ladies all meet up for dinner. Chloe is late; she has not shown up yet. And Latoria was, in the middle of, saying how she, has overcome a lot and appreciating the ladies and everything. And when Chloe, gets there, she's telling Chloe about what she's talking about. And Chloe was like, oh, we're still talking about this? This is still going on? And I said, wow, whoa. And Latoria's like, don't do that. Don't dismiss me. Like, don't. She goes, I'm not dismissing you. I'm just asking a question. And she was like, yeah, and I'm not going to answer it. Like, that's crazy. And then Latoria gets upset. So she just completely cuts Chloe out. And they're all trying to say, she's trying to open up and just say where she is and everything. And why are you not getting all that? And once again, in true Chloe fashion, she makes the situation all about her. Latoria is pissed. She gets up and she's like, no, I can't fucking do it anymore. I just cannot do this anymore. And everyone's trying to get her to calm down because she just had a seizure, like literally just had one. They don't want her to go into any type of stress, induced life. So they're trying to get her to calm down. Chloe's just sitting there like, I mean, what? I don't know what I did. I just asked the question. Oh, Lord, y'all. Mm-mm-mm. So, Mrs. Best, what do you think? Do you think that I'm trying to word this question correctly because I'm just kind of dumbfounded because I'm just trying to picture me being in a moment where I'm opening up to my friends and I'm trying to get them to, understand how grateful I am for them. And, in my time of need, knowing that I'm going through a lot, and you have one friend that's just like making it to where it's not important enough for her. And this is supposed to be one of your closest friends. I don't know what I would have done if I was in those shoes. I just don't know what I would have done. Because how much more disrespect, Latoria, are you fit to take for you explode? And I feel like you need to start, maybe take a boxing class where you can start getting the anger out physically. Or I don't know. What should Latoria do in this situation other than cry and, stress herself out?
I don't know what the hell she was crying for. You watched her come at everybody there. You went after her. Nothing's going to change. She's telling y'all she's unmedicated. Why deal with the person who's saying they're unmedicated and shows they don't care? When I have friends that move like Chloe, like if something is supposed to be about me and then anybody does anything to try and like make it about them, I just fall back sometimes. If you're not offensive and you're not doing the most, like, just fall back. How many times does a person have to show you they're more concerned about themselves than you? Just distance them in your life. That's all you can do. But I don't think Latoria handles stress well. I don't think she needs to be on this show. Sorry, not sorry. I just don't. Because Chloe did something to everybody. And yes, everybody lost. They cool. Manira looked like she was going to pop a vessel. Ro moved that chair probably to keep her hand from moving across Chloe's place. Okay. And so I just kind of feel like for Latoria, you watched all that happen and was still trying to be involved, knowing you have the health issue. Like, if you crumble like this, like the way she was in tears was not just a tear of frustration like Ro, like she seemed actually shaken and stirred. You need to leave the show. It's not the environment for you. She doesn't have thick enough skin, in my opinion. She's a boss. Okay, I may not like this lady and how she's moved entirely on the show, but I will say she's a boss and she's to be respected, and she has been very open. But if a bitch that just showed you that she's a raging bitch to 3 other women outside of you, and you the only one still going after her, Labrina and Ashley showed up late too. They didn't go nowhere near Chloe, if y'all peep.
Yeah.
If you come in there and you see that this lady has crashed out on multiple people, then why would you continue to go after her? Then you continue to go after her and you're still trying to have conversations with somebody who's not in a space to fucking talk. And of course, she's going to do and say something to irritate you. Protect yourself and your health and remove yourself from the situation. Unless you bout it, and you going to move chairs like Ro. Now, Ro is upset and moved that chair and got in her personal space, but she also removed herself to keep the crash out from further extended, if you will. Latoria is the only one that kept removing herself and then putting herself right back into it, and then removing herself and then putting herself right back into it, and then going and talking to Jordan and then putting herself right back into it. When, as Jules said in the comments, let the bitch go home. Let it go. Sing Elsa. Watch Frozen. Be inspired. Let the shit go, Latoria. It's not worth it. If I have seizures, there's no way on God's green earth I'm chasing after a manic bitch off her meds. There's no way I'm going to be doing that. So I feel like, Latoria, you got to pick and choose your battles, grow a thicker skin, or leave the show to protect your peace and your health. And I am not attacking Latoria. I'm not saying she has done anything wrong. I actually think she might have a big heart and was truly trying to be empathetic because her and Chloe was friends. It seemed like they were the closest at the beginning of this season. How things have changed. But once things change, recognize it, accept it, and get the fuck on.
Yes. And
she don't give a damn about your tears. She told you that. So if she didn't care about your tears when you was crying about your dead father, why would she care about your tears now? Like, Latoria irritated me with that.
I think what's irritating about her is that she does not have boundaries at all. She does not have boundaries. And the thing about it is, y'all, everybody in your life has to have boundaries, regardless if they're friends, no matter how much you enjoy their time, their attention. Everybody has to have boundaries because that protects your centerpiece of life. when you don't have boundaries with people, they're able to pull you into what Chloe pulled Latoria into, which is a manic state of mind, to where now we have to worry about her stress levels because we don't want her to relapse with another seizure that could have very big health concerns for her later on. So the fact that you don't have clear boundaries or you don't know when enough is enough for you, that's what we're more concerned about. That's what we're saying. Y'all have to know when enough is enough. She can't keep playing in my face like this. That's how I would say it. You can't keep playing in my face like this. I gotta now remove you. Now, Latoria waited to her breaking point for this to happen.
Yeah, never let yourself get to your breaking point. Even if you don't have medical issues, I'm not letting nobody push me to that point. You're going to have to catch me off guard and piss me off quickly. But Chloe had been on she was a menace, okay? Moving around, cussing people out, calling folk bitches. Latoria should have done what Labrina and Ashley was doing. They went and they was trying to calm down Ro. Then they went and they was trying to check over Dira. Okay, if you don't got to be a part of the bullshit, then why be a part of it? And I do feel like Latoria just wanted to be a good friend, but this person has already demonstrated to you that they're not a good friend. I believe in giving people what they give me. And if she ain't gave you friendship, why are you giving her friendship?
I'm saying. Yep. But that was it, y'all. That was the episode. It was, a lot of Chloe just acting manic and crazy for the most part. But I think you ladies need to just, stand
There's
your
no
ground.
way they're friends in real life.
Yeah.
I know Ro and Latoria is cool, but there's no way. I couldn't trust nobody in this group really, aside from Elena or Ro. Because at least with Elena, she not gonna move messy, and with Ro, she's direct. So you know what you're gonna get. And I appreciate people like that. But the rest of them, Manira seemed like she throw herself in drama just so she could be relevant. And she should throw her husband under the bus when it seemed like he's a great husband, just so for a storyline. And then you got Brina. We seen her be messy. We know we can't trust Labrina since season 1. We know.
Yeah, we know.
Okay.
Trust me. I couldn't let that go.
Latoria, she's loyal to who she's loyal to, but she's okay with who she's loyal to being messy with other people until it comes back on her. And I think that's the disconnect I have with her, because she was okay with Chloe until the shit that Chloe was doing came onto her.
Yep.
Now she's in tears, and that's making it hard for me because I feel bad for her because she was such a good friend to her. But then at the same time, you knew she was like this. It's just now that it's happening to you, you can't take it.
One thing about it is that people listen. I get being loyal to a fault, but that should realistically be like the roots of a tree. Like, it should not be everyone gets some like same type of loyalty of despair where you're just letting them run all over you. Like, I'm not going to be loyal to someone who displays this kind of behavior. I'm actually going to start cutting ties with that person, to where we're going to go from being friends to, listen, unless it's an emergency, do not call me. And then once you get rid of the emergency, do not call me, then just stop fucking with me, period. I'm not going to ruin my health for somebody. I just don't believe in that. I've never believed in ruining my mentals and putting myself in pretty much dire strengths just off the strength of a person who's not doing nothing but being my friend and doing a very poor job at that. Just never was that kind of person, y'all. I just don't believe in that. So, but yeah, I don't trust any of these ladies. Like, I agree. Elena and Rose so far, the only ones I would trust if I were to enter the circle. I couldn't be friends with Chloe. Manira, she's teetering on the fence. I don't know if I could trust her. And I can't count on Labrina to give me straight shooter. I feel like she'll give it to me, but it's going to be underhand and come with a lot of mess underneath the surface.
And then she's going to blame it on Will.
And then she's going to blame, yeah, exactly. Just throw that husband all under the bus. Like, literally threw him under the bus and then rolled that motherfucker back over and drove over him again. Ain't no way in hell. We all hope you watch this season. Because I'm going to tell y'all, Labrina ain't shit. She ain't. But anyways, that was it though. We have one more episode and this will be the end of the season. Remember, guys, they do not get a reunion. We are fighting tooth and nail with this because they definitely deserve one. But yes, next week will be the last episode. That's the season finale. This has been a good season. they brought it. I have to give it to them. They definitely brought it. So we hope that they do get a season 3. Thank you once again to the ladies of the cast who do watch me. I know a few of y'all do, so I appreciate all of you. Thank you, Mrs. AK. We appreciate you. But I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Shout out to my replay gang. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, Mrs. Best, for being here. We appreciate you guys. You guys, in about an hour, or not an hour, maybe 45 minutes, we'll be on Mrs. Best's channel for the new Put a Ring on It cheat lab. I hope to see you guys all there because that was an amazing, crazy time that I had. I cannot wait for that show. It definitely was Mrs. Best text me that it was. I'm not going to share our personal text messages, but just know, Mrs. Best, the text message you sent me was 100% accurate. Just saying. So I hope to see you guys all there because we're going to have a good time. And thank you guys and have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a good one, y'all. Bye-bye.